Welcome to this meditation on clearing blame from your space. If you are new to my monthly meditation, I'm Molly McCandless. Tonight's meditation is on releasing the energy of blame, where you blame other people or other people blame you for a situation or circumstance, or where you just sit in blame, could be for anything, right? This meditation is designed to help you clear that energy, create space for neutrality and forgiveness so you can move forward. Because if you're stuck in an energy like blame, it will literally keep you from moving forward and it'll keep your vibration lower. So know that blame can go as far back as childhood, blaming your parents for something that happened. Maybe you blame a partner for where you are in your life, or if you're still blaming someone for something recently, or you could be blaming someone for something recently. But if you've been stuck in this vibration for a long time, then that kind of becomes a default. And you don't have to move forward because you can blame anybody for anything, and then you don't have to take a look at it. So this will be a really great healing for you if you've been stuck in a particular vibration or just for general clearing. Know that we're constantly creating lessons for our soul's growth. So if at some point you have so at some point, I'm sorry, you have to choose to move on and clear it, or you may end up stuck. You also may end up having a health issue if you don't move it out of your space, even as uncomfortable as it could be to look at. Remember, everything we create, the good, the not so good, is something that we created for our soul's growth. So you need to own your creation. This is a short meditation, so you can go back and listen to it again and work on more energies around releasing blame. I'm going to guide you through each of the steps for creating a space to look at energy clairvoyantly and heal it. Then you'll get to reset that energy to a higher vibration. Again, tonight I'll have it posted on YouTube. If you want to go back and look at it, I'll send the replay link out to those of you who are on that email list. And but if you need to look at anything up on YouTube, it's under my name, Molly McCandless, or my business name, Transformational Healing Solutions. Okay, so relax and give yourself the next 30 minutes to have a nice healing. Here we go. We'll start by getting our bodies grounded, so close your eyes, relax, take a couple of deep breaths. Sense where your body is right now. Where's your energy? If you've had a busy day and not taken the time to ground yourself recently, your energy, your aura may be spread really far away from your body. So if you can imagine pulling your aura back in around you, so you're sitting in your egg-shaped bubble, that's the shape of your aura. If you can imagine scooping your aura back in around you until it's about 2 feet under your feet, 2 feet around you on all sides, and 2 feet above your head. It's kind of where you want to have your aura. If you have a current grounding cord, release it and create a new one in present time. If you're not accustomed to creating a grounding cord is a line of energy that attaches at the base of your spine. You create an image of a line of energy. I like to use a visual of a hollow tube that attaches at the base of the spine, travels down through the layers of the planet. So without overthinking it, create that line from the base of your spine, direct it down through the layers of the planet, and have that image, what's called the grounding cord, plug into the crystalline core of the planet. That attaches your physical body to the planet, and your spiritual body to your physical body. It's also the vehicle you're going to use to release energies out of your body that you're wanting to get rid of. And I'll call out a few of those energies in a moment here. If it's hard for you to practice, or if it's hard for you to visualize creating a grounding cord, know that the more you practice it, the faster you get. So I can think about creating a grounding cord and I can have it done like with a snap of a finger. So the more you practice, the easier it gets. All right, with your grounding cord firmly attached, I'll suggest some energies for you to look for or sense and release out of your body. Tuning in to your body, where are you holding on to stress right now? Sense where that stress is and allow the stress to release out of your body, down through your grounding cord. It travels down your grounding cord with the help of gravity. So this is a no effort space. Once you make a grounding cord, gravity starts to use suction to pull that out of your body, travels all the way down. That energy will travel all the way to the end, to the bottom of the center of the planet where it gets recycled. Excuse me for the jumbled words. You may feel stress in your head, your neck, your shoulders. Most of us know where we hold on to stress. Maybe it's in your stomach. Sense where it is, tune into it, and allow it to release. And as you release that, you might feel your body start to relax. I'll call out a few more energies to tune into and release. Release the energy of demands. If you are sitting in a lot of problems, or people like to put their problems in your space, tune in and where are those problems sitting, or just have the awareness that the energy of problems is in your space and send it down the grounding cord. Release effort. And release expectations, especially if you have a lot going on, or you're a busy mom, or you have a busy career. Release expectations out of your space. Okay, to balance your body after releasing energy, you always need to replenish yourself, or you will be out of balance. You can't just release and you can't just replenish. So, in order to replenish your body, imagine that you can create the visual of a large, warm, golden sun sitting about 6 inches above your head. And then have the thought that your energy from wherever you've left it, from work, from errands, from if you have to pick kids up at school, your busy day. If you haven't used this tool to call back your energy, you may have energy out days, weeks, months, even years. So have the thought that your energy can flow back into the sun above your head. Only your energy comes back. It could look like a vapor. It could look like just a line of energy, a colorful line of energy. It could look like anything that works for you, or you just have the thought that when you put your attention on wherever you left your energy, it'll be pulled into the sun above your head. And if you haven't done this in a long time, you may need to do more than one golden sun. So once you have your energy back in the sun, bring that sun into the top of your head. So it's like bringing that sun in, and then it kind of becomes liquefied and it flows down through your body. You can fill yourself in from the top down to your fingertips, down to your toes, or start filling in from your toes up to the top of your head. And this is how you get your body into present time. This is the vehicle, releasing whatever's activated in your space, whatever you're sitting in, the foreign energy, collecting up your energy. This is a little faster than I would do it in my own meditation, but it's only 30 minutes here, so I move a little bit fast. So if you go back to listen to this, you can hit pause and take more time to ground, release, and replenish. And remember, when you're filling yourself in, really saturate your cells and organs. So, your toes, your feet, your calves, your thighs, your torso, your whole body, to your fingertips, to the top of your head, your cells and organs get saturated with your vital life force energy. So you don't really want to rush your tools. If you rush your tools, you get rushed results. All right. In order to look at energy clairvoyantly, you need to create a space to view it. I'm going to walk you through creating that space called a reading screen or a viewing screen, just like you need a computer to view information. A computer screen to view information on your computer. You need to create a screen to view information clairvoyantly. So out in front of your head, about a foot, with your eyes still closed, imagine that you can create a white blank screen. The reason why it's white is it makes it easier to see energy. You could, add a border to that screen if you like, whatever works for you. The screen is about a foot wide, a foot tall, and sits again about a foot out in front of your head. So again, this is how a clairvoyant views energy. You just need a space to be able to see the energy out in front of you. Know that if you're working on an energy on your screen out in front of you, that translates, like we will tonight, on clearing energy out of your physical body. That screen and looking at a symbol on your screen gives you some space. So sometimes we're really activated in our body and it's really hard to clear, but we can create a screen and a symbol that I'll walk you through in a moment to be able to look at energy more neutrally and to heal it. All right, to the base of the screen, add a grounding cord or a hollow tube that'll help your screen stay in place. So to the base of that screen, visualize a hollow tube down that goes down through the layers of the planet and plugs into the crystalline core. And if you don't ground your screen, or if you forget, you may have a screen that starts to move around a little bit because energies don't want to be cleared. So they can be pretty crafty at uh, moving around so you can't see them or ground them. So always have a grounding cord on your screen. And now to view the energy that you're going to want to clear, in the center of your screen, you're going to create a symbol. I like to use the visual of a clear rose. Sometimes it's easier for people to use the visual of a clear bubble to view energy. So whichever is easier for you to create, go ahead and create with your eyes closed in the center of that screen, either the image of a clear bubble or a clear rose. And as you create that symbol, have the intention that it holds the energy of blame that is in your space. And as with, again, your eyes are closed, you may notice as you create this symbol on your screen with that intention that it holds blame, you may see a lot of dark textures and colors appear in that symbol. And that's showing you the energy that you're going to want to clear. If it was a really bright, big, beautiful color, it would probably be okay to keep in that space. But because we have the intention, it's holding that lower vibration, it'll probably be dark, heavy. It might see blobs. It could be anything that is showing up for you personally. And before we set this up to release energy, I want you to ask the symbol, whichever symbol you created. I want you to ask for a percentage because you can talk to symbols. You say, okay, symbol, um, how much is the energy of blame affecting me and my life? So from 0 to 100%, when you ask, what is that percentage? Listen or intuit that percentage. And then remember that number. We'll go back at the end and we'll see how much you were able to clear. All right. In order to release that energy out of the symbol, Just like on your body, you need to create a grounding cord or a hollow tube so that symbol has a way to release energy. It will work with gravity. So at the base of that rose or bubble, see if you can attach a hollow tube that goes from the base of the symbol down through the layers of the planet and plugs into the crystalline core. And whatever foreign energy, meaning those textures and colors that you see in that symbol, and you know they don't belong, right now just simply say hello to that energy. You could give it a nod, and all it takes is a hello when you say, like, I see you, texture or color, or you give it a nod with your head, I see you. Allow gravity to pull that down out of the symbol, down through the planet, all the way down into the center of the planet, again, where that energy gets recycled. This is first of all, a initial release. And if you're feeling uncomfortable in your body because there's a lot of blame and you're feeling very activated, remember you have a grounding cord on your body. So as you're looking at that symbol, you can always, kind of tune back into your body and go, oh, I'm really uncomfortable in my heart or my solar plexus, anywhere in your body, and say hello to that energy that feels uncomfortable and release it down the grounding cord on your body. And if for those of you who know how to create and destroy roses, you could do that and clear any energy that is getting activated that way. Okay, so as that energy starts to release, this will help you to create more neutrality as you see it start to release. The goal is to try and get it as clear as you can tonight. I don't know if you'll be able to clear it all, but you can always go back and work this tool again. All right, so I'm going to call out some specific energies around blame in just a moment. But if you have an energy of blame that you know you're stuck in, that you have not been able to clear, have forgiveness for, where you blame someone, someone's blaming you, whatever that picture is, if you have a big one, go ahead and talk to your symbol and say, show me where that energy is or how much it is. Please illuminate in this symbol. So ask to be shown that big picture, and whatever shows up, say hello to it and release it down the grounding cord. And if you don't have a big picture that you need to forgive, then just continue to release any energies or colors that are showing up in your symbol. And don't forget to breathe. Please breathe. You all might be getting really activated right now. Remember, grounding cord release on your body, release out of the symbol on your screen. And remember, you can always ask, what percentage is this one situation controlling my life, or taking over my life, and get your number, and then just watch that percentage start to release down the grounding cord. So it releases more and more. The colors and textures get smaller, where it doesn't take up that symbol quite as much. And remember, it's a process. As you're releasing, see if you can find some forgiveness for yourself and others. Forgiveness really helps to create neutrality and heal a space, because let's face it, we're all souls in a human body, and energy flows back and forth, and you know We just have to have forgiveness because otherwise we will really stay stuck. You can go back and work this again. I'll keep moving forward since it's kind of a short meditation here. Energies that can be associated with blame, I'm going to call out and see if that shows up in your symbol for you to release. If there is shame in your symbol that's attached to blame, release it. And remember, we're looking for energy of where you blame yourself, other people blame you. Um, you've been programmed to believe something, and that has, you could be blaming somebody for that. So blame can come in several different ways, right? Um, it's just not one way. So if there's shame around the blame, look for that in the symbol and release it. Okay, ask to be shown if there's any anger in this symbol that has to do with blame. And if there is, send it down the grounding cord. The anger could be towards somebody else, towards yourself. Remember, I'm trying to give you a broader perspective. It doesn't have to just be us. It could be somebody else holding on to some anger. And again, remember, this is healing your body. So if there's anger, you could always stop and ask a symbol, how much is somebody else's anger in my space around the blame? And you might just be blown away how much that is. And so you look for the energy of anger and release it. And remember, we're kind of setting this also at forgiveness. So breathe, release. And here's a biggie, guilt. If there's guilt attached to the blame, ask to be shown the guilt. Have some forgiveness for yourself and others and release it. Now we're going to look for people. And I just want to say something about this. When we talk about family, a lot of times family programs us from birth, basically, to believe something, to go into a career that we didn't want to go into, but you were so programmed. And then halfway through your career, you're thinking, I didn't even want to do this, and I'm unhappy. So you may be blaming parents. So we're going to, in this space right now, look for people. If you see a person in the space, say hello to them and send them down the grounding cord. It does not hurt them. It's just moving them out of your space. So when you get familiar with looking at any space and you see people, you can always ask them, why are you in there? And it's really good to get that information so you know to check for them. Maybe somebody is hanging out in this space because they want to keep punishing you or they don't want you to move forward. So we're going to look for the energy of people. So that could be family, partners, siblings, friends, bosses, coworkers. If you see anybody in that space, say hello to them and send them down the grounding cord. And I'm going to give you a moment on that because that's kind of a big one. Okay, ask the symbol to show you where you were programmed to believe you were to blame for something. So you've carried that burden and it's not even your energy. So ask to be shown where you were programmed to believe that you were to blame for something and show that energy the grounding cord. And again, this moves pretty fast, so you may need to go back and do it again. So because it's almost a half an hour, so I'm going to move a little bit quicker here, but I want to suggest some energies to go back and look for. You could go back and look for resentment around the blame. You could look for any fear energy around blame. Judgments where you judge yourself, other people judge you. So those are some energies you'd want to release. And look for, if you go back and do this again, look for the energy of unconscious energy. Um, unconscious energy is everywhere. And that to me looks like kind of a whitish color or a gray color. So if you ask to be shown that specific energy of unconscious energy, and it shows up in a lighter texture color like white or gray, know that it's still foreign energy that you're going to want to show the grounding cord. So look, you could add any kind of energy uh, in this space that you know would be helpful to you that I didn't call out. Remember, it's your healing. So when you go back, or if you go back to do this again, repeat the process. You set it up just the same way, and then maybe you need to hit pause and you just start releasing more energies. And I think if you've been sitting in a lot of blame, it would be good to go back and do this maybe once a week, even if you need to, until you can clear it. And remember, have forgiveness for yourself, for the other people, for everything. Okay. Doesn't mean you have to necessarily forgive them, but have forgiveness, right? All right. I want you to ask this symbol, which probably looks a lot clearer right now. How much energy of blame is still in in this bubble that still needs to be released? And get your number. And you probably see that there's not quite as much blame in this symbol, or at least that's the goal, right? So if there's still a percentage, you're going to want to go back and work this again. Hey, and then who knows, blame can come in at any time. So it might just be a good tool to have. All right, so we're going to replenish this energy, bring the vibration up. So if you could visualize above the symbol on your screen, a gold sun, and see if you can kind of have an awareness of how far back your energy was stuck in blame. Again, if it was from childhood, imagine that you can bring your energy back from childhood around that blame or a situation, or just have a thought that whatever energy got released when you were working on releasing blame, that frees up energy that was literally stuck in another time frame. Bring that into the sun above the symbol. And this is really good because the more you can collect up that energy and bring it into that space, because that symbol on your screen translates to working on your body, the more energy you'll actually have in your body. And when you have more energy in your body, that you have more energy to create with. All right, bring that sun into the top of that symbol, allow that symbol to saturate. And then create one more golden sun and maybe put a couple energies into that sun. You can see them as words written in gold, like with a gold marker, or just have the thought that those energies are flowing into the sun. Maybe you need to have some, again, forgiveness, neutrality, enthusiasm, forward momentum, anything that feels right to you to raise this space up a little bit energetically. You send those energies into that symbol. The enthusiasm could be because you're healing it, because you're getting neutrality to it. Bring that sun in through the top of the symbol and fill it in one more time, saturating every part till every little spot in that symbol is full of gold. Okay, once you are done working a symbol on your screen, you need to clear it because you don't want to walk around with symbols, kind of hanging out in front of you. To the right of your symbol, whichever you're using, a sun, a clear rose or bubble, imagine that to the right of that symbol, you can create a big gold bubble, slide that symbol into the gold bubble, visualize you have a pin in your hand and you can pop the bubble. And as it pops, it disperses that energy. It turns into a billion little pieces of gold. And then it's just off your screen and you don't see it anymore. Okay, really good job, everybody. I know this is kind of an intense healing. All right, let's fill our own bodies in. So above your head, create the symbol of a large, warm, golden sun. And the first gold sun is just to get your energy up. So imagine after you create that warm gold sun, you can bring that into the top of your head. Again, fill your body in, saturating all your cells and your organs. So every part of your body turns gold with that high vibration. Gold assimilates to the body really well, and that's why we use gold. And then create one more golden sun above your head. And in this sun, you can put some postulates, some thoughts of what you want to be vibrating at for the rest of the month, or it could be for the rest of the week. But now I like to set the energy for the month as well. So whatever energies you put into that sun above your head, we only want to use positive energies. As you fill that sun in and you're going to be filling your body in, it starts to fill in your chakras. It vibrates out of your body into your aura, and that's what you will attract back to you. So if you've been sitting in heavier dark energies, you might want to use the sun to keep filling in with enthusiasm, forgiveness, joy, synchronicity, helpful people, healing, whatever it is to you. So maybe you need some laughter and lightness into that sun above your head. Go ahead and either words written in gold or have the thought that whatever it is you want to vibrate at, those energies flow into that sun. Bring that sun in through the top of your head and really saturate your cells and organs. You might even have some of that gold energy flow down through your grounding cord. So you're matching that energy from the center of the planet up through your body. And because this was an intense meditation, I would really suggest of grounding and releasing and replenishing every day. I mean, it would be really good to do that anyway, because that can be life changing. But the more that you can ground, release, and replenish, it will help you to keep your vibration higher. It will help you to move through the energies, because as you go in the next couple days, you may feel the effect of releasing the blame. You may feel like you're sitting in more heavy blame energy, but that's just because it's coming up to clear. So remember, whatever you're focusing on clearing, sometimes it makes this big surge as it's releasing. So if you are in that space, breathe. If you have breathing exercises, do those. Ground and release, and keep replenishing yourself with high vibrational energies. Okay, when you're ready, you can take a couple of deep breaths, open your eyes, and come out of trance. I'm glad you could be here. Have a great month ahead.